South Point is also proud to provide a variety of relaxing amenities for the guests who want to be pampered. Soak up the sun and let your stress melt away in our lagoon-style paradise swimming pool. A relaxing getaway where you can bask in the desert sun and enjoy seasonal food and bar service poolside. And if you really want to escape, come to Spa Costa del Sur. From couple suites to a co-ed wet area, our spa caters to business and leisure travelers who want to unwind and elevate their senses. A visit to one of our spa's steam, sauna, or whirlpool treatment rooms will leave any guest feeling like they can take on the world. Our gaming amenities include over 60 table games and over 2,600 of the most popular slot and video poker machines. We have penny slots, including the popular Buffalo games, and real machines like Wheel of Fortune, Triple Sevens, and Megabucks. If you prefer video poker, try Deuces Wild, Double Double Bonus, or a variety of multi-denomination games. Or try your hand at one of the most popular casino table games in the world, Blackjack. Don't let the game intimidate you. Blackjack, also known as 21, is both easy and fun. And our dealers are always happy to assist. And the best part? Blackjack always pays 3 to 2. Next, check out the roulette tables. Roulette is one of the easiest casino games to learn, and so much fun to play. It's a favorite of both beginners and seasoned players. In addition to blackjack and roulette, our casino pit features over 60 popular table games like Baccarat, Pai Gow Poker, 3-Card Poker, Ultimate Texas Hold'em, and Mississippi Stud. So get out of your room and come join in the fun.
So this guy got a front and back tattoo of Michael Jordan's jersey. I mean, Jordan is timeless. I get it. Whew, I just wish I wouldn't have done the same thing with Kenny Pickett. And roll the open. What's happening, everybody? It is the final regular season Monday noon football program here. Hello, thanks for tuning in to watch the show. And I printed the wrong thing right here. All right, anyway, thanks for watching the show. The show is a mix of viral videos, comedy, conversation, some smart betting, gambling advice, and we have a lot of fun. I am your host, Frank Nicotero, longtime comedian, lifelong sports fan. And today's show, well, I hope Alex and I, we don't clash while rounding the bases on many topics. And when I say crash, I mean it verbally, not like these two dudes. Oh, you'll see this coming. All right, Alex, watch this. So they wanted to see who was a faster runner. So here they go. They figure, I guess whoever gets to second base first is faster. Crank it up, Drew Doug. Yeah.
Oh, my God.
I mean, did they not have a game? This is why women live longer, by the way. You don't see women doing that. They literally were full speed. Did they not say, like, okay, you're going to take inside second, you go outside second? If you hear that, is there any way we can run that again, please? You have to hear the sound of them hitting. Hold on. We're going to do this one more time. All right, so here they go. They're rounding the bases. Is this possible or no? Should we move on? Okay, here we go. All right, Alex, listen to the...
Oh, my gosh.
You just hear them both go, ugh. Yeah. In the comments, not sure if they're okay. We're going to assume they are, but that video was everywhere. Ladies and gentlemen, joining me, making her first of 2 times sitting to my right in the co-host chair, 4-time national champ at UNLV, sports betting analyst, and breaking news, she just finished second in the Circa Invitational. It's Alex White. Woo, Alex, yay, it's Monday. All right, Alex, tell me about the Circa Invitational. And you finished second out of how many? Tell us about this.
So it's 25, and you have to be invited into the contest.
Oh, that's right. Oh, this is the invite one.
This is the invite one, yes.
Wow, and you took second.
I took second. And after a certain amount of weeks, they start, like, chopping it. So if you're the bottom 2, you get chopped. So it was down to 8. And then I don't know, I dropped a little bit. And then the last 4 weeks, I went 22-6. So I had 4 really good weeks.
And this was pro or NFL?
Pro or NFL, side or total.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
So I'm pretty happy. I mean, I was very bummed I got second in the Review Journal.
Yeah.
But then, because that just kind of moved on. And then it was like, okay, I didn't win. But this one, first, second, and third, you do win money.
You got a little cash. All right. Yeah. Very good.
Yeah. And I mean, it's kind of a big deal to be asked to be.
Yes,
in
you're
everything,
invited.
so,
yeah. And I would think that when you finish in the top 3, you get an automatic bid for the next year, like the PGA or something. Like you're invited back to the Circa Invitational.
I hope so.
All right. Now, speaking of Circa, we've been kind of mentioning all year, we've been checking in on the big one, right? This was the Survivor poll. How much was it to get in? Was it $1,000?
$1,000. You can have up to 10 entries.
Right. And there was like 14,000 people. So the prize was winner take all, $14.3 million. And it came down to these guys, and they got it. So here's a clip of the guys winning it. They go by the Meatball Crew or something like that. Team Meatball celebrates their Circa Sports Survivor win. They went 20-0, and they get a piece of $14.3 million. Now, what I didn't realize at the time, they took the Colts, who went to OT. Ooh. So they had the Colts. So I don't know what would happen. The Colts beat the Jacksonville Jags with a field goal in overtime. I don't know if the Colts didn't win, if they would have still. I don't know. But the celebration of that video, we've been mentioning it all year. I mean, $14 million. I think there was like 5 or 6 of them. So they're each getting a couple million each.
Well,
I don't know if they were like, I would go nuts if I won like $2 million. If you're cut. Yeah, I agree. And I don't know why they weren't like throwing water or like dumping a beer on themselves and jumping into the pool at the Circa or something. You know, that's what I think they should have done. But, oh well, they won $14 million though.
Curious if they had all, I don't know, if they were in on it, they all decided to cut before going into it. I don't know.
Maybe. I don't know.
Because Jeff said some had Atlanta, and the Falcons definitely lost last night. So we'll have to find out. We actually, Vegas Maddie joining my dad and I tomorrow, and he'll
find out and let us know if you're here tomorrow, I believe. Okay, cool. All right, let's take a look at today's punch menu. Let's see what we got on special today, ladies and gentlemen. There it is. All right, well, we got a lot today. Pack Show Mondays. Yeah, take your order. I love listening to that. We have Bears in the Stands in our comedy clip of the day. We offer some gambling advice in our daily segment, Picks at 12:36. We have our live Pick 6 to end the show. And in our famous punch ball, we have a lion-sized cake, a Seahawks stuck with a huge check, a monster parlay, and a monster loss. We'll close the show with legendary handicapper Alex's dad, Kenny White's Dog of the Day, followed by our Dog of the Day. But it is time for Top of Show Breaking Video. Oh, this is where we address all the important things, ladies and gentlemen. And our first video, let's see, I was just mentioning those guys who won the Circa. Perhaps maybe they should have doused themselves in beer and maybe jumped in a pool. Well, since they didn't do it, I did it, ladies and gentlemen, because I won the Red Panda Fantasy Football League, and everyone in the studio is probably like, oh, great. I will be bringing this up every time I offer advice on picks from now on as the champion of Red Panda. Here's how I celebrated last night. Here we go.
On Friday's show, I said I would jump in the pool if the Steelers won. Well, they didn't, but I did win the fantasy championship, and I was going to celebrate with a beer to the face and jump in a pool that's about 40 degrees. Should I do this?
I really didn't want to do this.
Oh my gosh.
The first ever championship, Red Panda. Here we go.
Oh.
The beer was cold.
Oh, that's cold already.
And then I didn't want to do this.
I can't do it. No. Oh, God.
I'm like, God. I immediately stripped, clothes. I mean, it was very cold,
ooh, yeah.
But quite a splash. It came down to Jeff Parles and I, of course, and he had Sam Darnold. I had Jared Goff. I went into that game with, I think, like a 15 or 20 point lead, so I was feeling pretty confident, but you never know. And then Goff and Darnold have their worst games of the year. So I was falling asleep last night. I woke up at like 2 a.m. to use the restroom, and they had a little video that they show your highlights of the year when you win. It was great. I'd like to thank a few people. I'd like to thank Jared Goff, Kyron Williams, who even though sat, and Devon A-Chain.
And Alex White for telling you to take Jared Goff.
And Alex White, I was getting to that.
Sorry.
For whispering, for sitting next to me going, hey, Jared Goff's available. Because I was prepared to go Kirk Cousins all year, but you said Jared Goff. I went, hey, that's pretty good. Hey, Jared Goff. And the move of the year, picking up Jonnu Smith off of waivers in like week 10. The guy was a machine the rest of the year and actually won me some games. So very exciting.
Very good.
Where's the cash, by the way? Do we know?
Are you staying out of returement, or is it
I
like
don't know.
a one and done?
I don't know, but I need to know. The commissioner needs to tell us where the cash. Do you have it? Are you reaching for it, Vince? You were reaching for something. What is that? We'll find out where my cash is, damn it. I got to get the dog's dog food today. All right, we have some other top of show breaking videos that aren't as exciting and not as chilling, but let's see here. What do we have next? What do you have next in there? I forget. I might not. I think I added on the nose. Oh, my nose. Oh, yeah. Okay. The Dallas Cowboys will not be making the playoffs, so the cheerleaders won't have anything to be cheering for. And it's probably best because I have a feeling this one cheerleader will be on the IL. I'm not sure if you saw this errant ball. Roll the clip. Here, she's on the sideline. It's a weird kick. Bang, right in the head. Poor girl goes down. Everyone checks on her, even someone from the opposite team. Here's the replay angle. Yikes, right in the head. Now, does a football hurt that badly? A little bit. I don't know.
Yeah.
Okay.
In the back of the head like that, yes.
All right, get a football and throw it at my head. Were you ever hit when cheering?
No.
Okay.
Fortunately, I was not, but yeah, that hurts. Are you serious?
But there's Aaron. Were you ever afraid of that?
Yeah, kind of.
Did you do basketball and or just football?
Both.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like got air in it. I mean, all right. Later this week, someone can chuck the football at my head. Jeff Parles will want to do it. Okay. I think that's it. Are we moving on to comedy clip, right? All right, comedy clip of the day, ladies and gentlemen. Here we go. Well, congrats to Keith and Ryan and all you Bear fans. You finally beat the hated Packers. I'm hearing Ryan say suck for the first time since 2018, and you decided to try the Lambeau leap. This is a bad idea. Cheesy idea. Our comedy clip of the day, Cairo Santos hit the field goal. First time the Bears have won since 2018. So he kicks the game-winning field goal. He wants to do the Lambeau leap, and look at the Packer fans. All the Bears are trying to jump in a Lambeau, and look at them protecting their turf. It's a couple ladies. Look at them just shoving them. Look at it like, no, oh gosh, no way, oh, no way, you Bears get out of here, no way. This is reserved for the Packers. No, you get out of here, Bears. You get out. Oh, it was me doing the voice. That wasn't really audio, but I thought that was pretty funny.
That is really funny.
I mean, the Bears got to end on a high note after losing, 9 or 10 in a row?
I'm so mad because on Sports by the Book yesterday morning, Jeff was reading off what Ryan sent him, and it's just like going, the Bears haven't beat the Packers since then. The
2018.
Blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
And I'm like thinking to myself, so should we take the Bears on the money line? Like you're literally.
What was the line on that game approximately? It had to be.
Oh my gosh. Well, they were a 10-point favorite.
What? Okay, was it really? Okay, no, I was just wondering the line straight up.
Yeah.
10 points, my goodness. Well, anyway, congratulations. Now the Bears have a long off season to find a coach, to find probably a new GM, question their draft pick of Caleb Williams. What do the Bears do? I mean, I thought like Bill Belichick. I thought Bill Belichick would have been the perfect coach there. Obviously, he's at North Carolina. Mike Vrabel seems, let's talk about this real quick. Mike Vrabel, who went interviewed with the Jets, and everyone's like, oh, he'd be good, maybe a Cowboy. But then what the Patriots did, were you not shocked that they fired Gerard Mayo?
I mean, I've heard the whisperings for the last couple of weeks.
Yeah.
I've read the reports.
1 year they gave him? I guess
know.
he was doing some, oh, yes, Ann. Question, Ann, yes.
No, the money line was $375.
$375 for the Bears to win that game. Wow, that would have been a nice bet. But anyway, the Patriots, I mean, it's got to be a lock that Mike Vrabel's the next coach there. I mean, he won 3 Super Bowls there. He was beloved there. They just put him in the Ring of Honor, for God's sakes. So I feel like he's the coach, and Mayo was just out. But
it's a lot of question marks now, a lot of job openings. Because now the Jags just fired.
Peterson was fired. Yeah, it's going to be interesting. They call this Black Monday usually, right? Because I think it's the Monday after the NFL season. A lot of coaches get fired. But Mike Vrabel originally drafted by what team?
Pittsburgh
Steelers out of Ohio State. Yeah, he was a Steeler. He was like a reserve linebacker. They barely used him. Then he goes to New England and had a great career and won a bunch of rings. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's time for roll call. Yeah, and we'll talk about it here, right? Okay, cool. Perfect. All right, ladies and gentlemen, my kickoff question was, looking at the playoff bracket, who is your dark horse in each conference? Go. Keith Lyle says the Chargers. They're great at controlling the ball on offense, giving their defense time to rest. That might be the first comment by Keith Lyle ever without a joke in it. Or some sort of innuendo. I'm very surprised. Mini Dar. Fandom Dark Horse says Broncos based on seeding Dark Horse Chargers. So he also says Chargers. Paul Shug, should we call the Steelers a Dark Horse team? Yeah, I think we have to. Nick Sansone, Bucks. He likes the Buccaneers. They looked horrible yesterday, but I think they were playing down to competition. They were losing most of the game because I was looking more at the fantasy games I had, but I saw that they came back and won, and I've become a Baker Mayfield fan. Keith Lyle, these guys had a problem getting to third base. What? See, now, there you go. Who? Oh, is he talking to those two guys had a problem getting to third base. See that? I go, oh, Keith's like trying to be, and then but we love you, Keith. All right. Let's see. Nick Sansone, glad she kept recording and didn't go to help. Yeah, exactly. And usually on collisions like that, the person usually she held it steady. Bravo to her. She's like, they're idiots. Minidar says, congratulations, Alex. My friend Bill Neofis took advice from you many times last weekend on New Year's Eve on hockey. Said, tell her thank you. Keith Lyle, 14 million split between 6. So, yeah, that's wow. And Paul says, I'm happy to hit like a small parlay for $50. Dean Hill, do you have to pay taxes on that 14 million? I guess, of course, they probably take it off right up at the top, right?
I would think so.
Yeah, they have to. Yeah. Mini Dars at Keys Poll. No. Paul Shook, Jerry Jones is signing that cheerleader as a wide receiver next year. David Hahn? Congratulations to Alex on the Circa Invitational. I don't know if I know this person. David Hahn, H-O-N. Does anyone know David? Welcome, David, to the chat. We appreciate it. Nick said, Nick said he'd volunteer to throw the football at my head. I don't know about that. Patriots beat the Bengals. Mayo got screwed. Yeah, let's not talk about the Patriots beating the Bengals on opening day. Yeah. So the coach wins game 1 and game 16. That one, of course, cost me
a lot of money. The Bengals the playoffs. Yeah. And it cost the Patriots the number 1 draft pick.
Yes, exactly. that game that cost me a cut of $40,000 or whatever.
Yep.
Yeah, that's Patriots will draft Travis Hunter, says Minnie Dar. They don't need a quarterback, right? They got Drake May, so I think Travis Hunter is probably safe. Or, as Chris Andrews, sportsbook director here at South Point, has pointed out, he loves Abdul Carter from Penn State. He could kind of become like the Willie McGinnis that anchored their Super Bowl team. So maybe look at that. It's all going to come down to the combine, I guess. Speaking of the playoffs, we have the playoff picture here, Alex. Let's take a look. So, because the Lions absolutely destroyed the Vikings last night, the Lions are the number 1 seed, and the poor Vikings get bumped down to 5 and have to go on the road. A 14-win team on the road. Hey, at least they get to play Monday night in L.A., but that's kind of crazy. So, looking at this playoff bracket, you got the Eagles and Packers. And do we have live lines on these? If you wouldn't mind checking, Alex, that'd be great.
Do. And
Buccaneers Commanders is going to be a good game.
Christian Watson
he's hurt, right?
He did tear his ACL. So
he did tear his ACL.
Yes.
Oh boy.
Yes. So Packers are in trouble here, but Jalen Hurts is still questionable. I think he'll pass so it's 4.5. No, 5 now here. Eagles are a 5-point favorite.
Yeah, I like the Eagles in that game. I think the Packers. It's still. I mean, last year they probably should have went to the Super Bowl, right?
Yeah.
This year they just kind of regressed a little with some injuries, but. Boy, the Eagles look so strong. At home by 5 points, I like the Eagles. 5 is an odd line too, isn't it?
Yeah.
Buccaneers, Commanders, what's that line?
The Bucs are 3.
3. What do you think of that game right now? Any first impressions on that?
I do like Tampa Bay as well. I made them 5 here at home.
Okay, interesting. Over 51 for a playoff game.
Yes. Pretty
high. And then the Rams-Vikings line. Which we have the line coming up there. Let's see what's the live line.
It's 1.5. The Vikings on the road.
I know. Wow, the Rams. The Rams really didn't try, for God's sakes, the other night.
No, they rested everyone.
Jimmy Garoppolo was in. Kyron Williams was out. That freaked me out a little bit. Oh. I picked up Michael Carter from Arizona, by the way. Had a nice day for me yesterday.
Very good.
Probably very clutch on the last minute. You got to work the waiver wire on the last week, too. But, all right, and then we have the AFC playoff picture as well. This pains me to look at. Do we have the AFC one?
Yep.
Okay, cool. Let's look at it. All right, Chiefs. Yes. Okay, the Chiefs. Totally phoned that one in. They didn't want any part of Joe Burrow. They let Denver run over them. They didn't. I mean, Carson Wentz did nothing.
I know.
38-0. It doesn't matter.
I thought that 40, I love that.
The over-under was 40?
Because they were resting a lot of their defense, too. So I'm like, okay, the Broncos are definitely going to score. We have Carson Wentz. We can get a touchdown, right?
Yeah. That would have put it over, but no. And by the way, Broncos, I know everyone's saying this. Wear those uniforms every week. The Orange Crush uniforms. Those are the best. Those are some of the best uniforms of all time. Speaking of the Broncos, they will have to play the Buffalo Bills. Who is this the year for Buffalo? Buffalo and Denver is going to be a good game. What's the live line on that?
It is 9.
Wow, that's a lot of points.
Yes, it is. And
That's
then
a
the
lot of
next
points.
game is almost just as high, if not higher. You probably already looked at that.
You're saying that with a little smirk there, aren't you? Yes, it would be Alex's Ravens against the Steelers. Is it 9 or 9.5 right now?
9.5 right now.
Oh, Chris. What do we do on this one, Chris? This one's terrible. I mean, again, a lot of people, and I was going back and forth with friends, maybe it's better. This is what we're trying to convince ourselves, that it's better to go to Baltimore than Texas. There is a familiarity with the Ravens. I'll get the number. We'll have it later in the week. But of the last 20 games between those two teams, I'm going to guess 16 or 17 have been decided by 3 points or less. I mean, it's crazy. 9.5 points. We already beat him once, but Russell Wilson didn't look. Just terrible coaching. I'm sorry, Mike Tomlin. A lot of people are saying there's rumors that Tomlin could be traded for first-round picks. Adam Schefter said that was Adam Schefter actually reported that. He could get a first-round pick, maybe trade him to the I don't know, some team. I don't know. Get him out of Pittsburgh. And then last but not least, Texans-Chargers. Look, everyone's saying the Chargers are a good pick. I do like the Chargers. I'll root for the Chargers any day of the week. I always like the Chargers. And your Chargers are in the playoffs. Well, they're 2.5-point favorites on the road. Okay, but it's different. You got a Harbaugh.
It is different.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They needed that more than the Steelers. Because if the Chargers would have went to Baltimore, if they would have been in the 6th seed.
That LA
watched those two play,
Yeah, they wouldn't have done well.
And them going to Baltimore, correct.
Many doubt Justin Fields would have been better for Steelers or Falcons. Yeah, I was screaming at the television at halftime for them to put Fields in. They needed to mix it up, get someone who's, there's Ladd McConkey, one of my MVPs. Okay, anyway, there's the playoffs. Come down to the South Point, ladies and gentlemen. You can bet all those games. The lines are up. And Alex, what do we have here? What is the sheet here?
So this is the exact outcome. You can bet any team. So, for instance, the Bills beating the Rams is a nice 75-1.
Okay.
If you like the Ravens beating the Lions, you can get 14-1.
Lions defeating the Chiefs, 15-2.
That's
Lions defeating Bills, which was the pick that everyone was 13-1 for that, for the Lions to beat the Bills in the Super Bowl. There's some outrageous ones. I'm not even going to glance down at Steelers defeating Buccaneers, 1,000-1. Alex can't even, she just went, what's next on the show today? Yeah. Anyway, so come down. You can get these exacta bets on the Super Bowl. These are a lot of fun to do. Always an active bet to do one of these. And Commanders defeat Steelers, 2,000-1. Steelers defeat Commanders, 2,000-1. Well, that's what Courtney and I will be rooting for. Okay.
Yeah, that's right.
Probably won't happen.
You should put at least $2 on it.
We'll put $2 on it. Why not? We'll win 4,000. I already have it. I have a $2 bet going, but we'll get to college. We'll get to college football in a minute. Right now, ladies and gentlemen, it's time for That's Crazy. What?
That's crazy.
What? That's crazy.
Into the mic hand. Nice. By the way, Evil Shug. Evil Shug's his old name. Reno Paul. He's Paul Shug in there. Wait, did you change your name? Wasn't he always Reno Paul in the chat? What is going on, Paul? Is this a new thing for 2025? By the way, the Steelers did win Super Bowl 40 as a 6th seed. They were the first 6th seed ever to win a Super Bowl. That's when they beat Seattle in Detroit. Jerome Bettis' final game. So good point. Keith Lyle, Joey B, welcome back. Joey B, good to be back. 2 weeks on vacation. Never gets old. Well, Joey B, we are glad to have you back. Joey B, let us know who you think. My mom says, Nick, I have bad news for you. You're not going to be able to throw a football at my head. My mom, who goes by simply R, no, Frank, you don't need a concussion. I won't let anyone throw a ball at my head, Mom. Was she worried that I jumped into a freezing pool? Nope, doesn't care about that. All right.
I can't believe you did that.
It was very cold. All right. By the way, that beer, I didn't drink it. I was clean January so far. What is it? January, what is it? The 20th? 6th. Okay. It's only been 6 days. And the first doesn't really count because New Year's Eve spills in. Okay. Alex, what is your That's Crazy for us?
So mine is some of the player accomplishments through this year. So I'll have to have them throw it up. But it's Lamar Jackson.
Oh, God, Alex.
Well, he is the first player in NFL history with over 4,000 yards passing and 800 yards rushing in a single season.
It's impressive.
There actually is a lot more, too. It's also with only the 5 interceptions and how many passing touchdowns. So
AFC North Stars. Good title, whoever came up with that, Keith or Kane, AFC North Stars. And then, you look at those numbers and then, he's going to get bounced in the opening round of the playoffs. It's kind of sad. He doesn't do well in the playoffs and he doesn't do well against the Steelers.
Well, that's why I have a backup AFC team, too.
Who's your backup AFC? Oh, did I ask you who your dark horse was?
Well, I've been talking about the Chargers.
Okay, yeah, Chargers. Okay.
And I did say because of them being in the same division as the Chiefs, I think they may have the best chance to actually beating them if it comes down
the
to
familiarity
it.
again, yeah.
Mm-hmm. How do you feel about Baltimore, which could actually...
How do you feel about that game, 9.5? Do you feel, what's your line approximately on that?
10.
10.
It is, but I mean, in a playoff game, I actually talked to my dad about that, but he kind of brought up the college football first round being at home, and then the favorites covering, so kind of treading lightly.
All right,
there.
we shall see. It's another Saturday night game for us to watch.
Grab the 10. If we see a 10, I would definitely take that.
And Nick Sansone just wrote, damn it. Maybe some night I'll let you throw a ball at my head. All right, AFC North Stars. Is this Alex? Do you have a part 2?
I have a part 2.
Oh, Alex has a part 2. All right, go for it.
Because we've got a bunch of players here.
Trey Hendrickson, he had a great year.
And then Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase.
So, yeah, go ahead. Do you want me to read it or do you want
Can you see better?
Yeah, I can see. It just says Trey Hendrickson. He led the league. Regular season was 17.5 sacks. I think the last game against Steelers, he had 3.5 or something insane. 3.5 more than the nearest competitor.
Defender, yep.
Jamar Chase won the Triple Crown, which we hadn't seen since Cooper Kupp a few years ago. It's only been done a handful of times. First receiver in NFL history with 1,700 yards and 17 touchdowns. And then Joe Burrow ends the regular season, nearly 5,000 yards passing, 43 touchdowns, only 9 picks, 5-game winning streak, and they're all sitting at home on their couch.
We'll probably go to Cancun or something.
All right, well, Cincinnati, they're on the East Coast. They will go down to Cancun. They won't do Cabo. That's for West Coast teams. There was a clip of someone from the Panthers who beat Atlanta, right? Yeah, they beat Atlanta in overtime. He was like, bye, see you in Cabo. He was yelling to the fans. And I'm like, but you didn't make the playoffs either. So I think he was literally like, no, I'll be in Cabo. I'll see you there. We didn't use that clip, but it was kind of funny. So I'm glad
they were eliminated a long time ago. So he already had his flight booked.
One thing, I got the early bird discount. I was glad to see that Bryce Young has actually played well.
Me too.
Yeah, I mean, I always root for the underdog and the undersized guy.
As long as they're not leading your team. Quarterback.
Correct. But I was glad to see him. We had like 5 touchdowns yesterday, 3 passing, 2 rushing. All right, ladies and gentlemen, Allegheny Andy. I've never heard of this person, but Allegheny is a river in my hometown. So Allegheny Andy, this is my That's Crazy, and it is. Only 7 NFL teams have 0 playoff wins since 2016. Of those teams, the Steelers have made no head coaching changes. Well, the Panthers 4, Dolphins 3, Bears 3, Commanders 4, Cardinals 4, Raiders 4. I believe when I hit the comments on this, there was a few that this guy missed. But the point was, the Steelers don't make changes. They've had 3 coaches my entire life.
That probably should have been Tomlin and not AP, but it's
not
fine.
What?
Not Antonio Pierce. It should have been Tomlin, since he's the only one that has been there the whole time.
We were the Tomlin picture. I don't know. You can't get everything right, so there you go. Under new management. That's a good title, though.
Yes.
Anyway, it's just very sad. I mean, is Tomlin on the hot seat? Probably not, but if they get eliminated again in the first round, man, that's 8 years in a row or 7 or 8, whatever. Okay.
It is tough. Like, I see both sides.
Moving on. Ladies and gentlemen, today is episode 312, which is the area code to Chicago. Thought you might want to know that. And it is January 6th.
This is 2020.
5. Oh, that was perfect. All right, so Alex, there's a lot of national days I have to show you here. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. December, they kind of shortchanged us on the national days. We're going to do this until we run up against where we started. I'll do a little research. Here we go. National Smith Day. People with the last name Smith to celebrate. It's a weird one. What's that? Yeah, the last name Smith. National Shortbread Day, Apple Tree Day, National Bean Day, National Pig Latin Day, National Cuddle Up Day, National Take Down the Christmas Tree, and Weigh-In Day. Alex, take a look at those. Behind the glass, Bean Day, Jerry says is not real. Take Down the Tree, says Drew Dog. And Vince, Cuddle Up, he says that is not real. And which one do you think is fake?
Cuddle up.
Cuddle. And if you could have seen Ed just like this, cuddle up, and then backed up. When are we getting the ANCAM? I know Reno Paul. When are we getting an ANCAM?
Well, I've run into a little snafu over here. That's why I was.
Oh, okay.
We'll all have to use our imaginations and just conjure up in your brain.
That's fine. We can do that. We'll get to that.
What the real.
All right. All right, that's fine. We'll do that. Alex, which one do you think is fake?
I'm going to go with weigh-in day.
How many days have I fooled everybody in a row this week?
Is it shortbread?
There is no Pig Latin Day. I egg fade, tay out a you eyes gay guy. Guys? I don't know. It's not Pig Latin Day. There is no Pig Latin Day. I made that up. Can you speak Pig Latin fluently?
Absolutely not. No.
Oh, come on. I thought all girls, when they were like, girls used to speak in code, right? And little Pig Latin? What did she just say? I need to do we have an app for that? Translate Pig Latin. All right. So anyway, celebrity birthdays. Browns quarterback Jameis Winston is 31 today on January 6th. Ironic, his parents picked the 6th to have him. That was a genuine laugh from Alex White. Picked the 6th because he throws so many pick sixes. Do you guys get it?
That is really so good.
Thank you.
That's really good.
I was actually very happy last night. I was like, this is going to bring down the house. And look at behind the glass. Nothing.
No. Football girl, though.
Thank you. See, you got it. Yeah. They didn't. You know what it is? They didn't get it. Norman Reedus from The Walking Dead turns 56, and SNL star Kate McKinnon turns 41. We combine them and put them in the AI machine, and boom, this is what we got. Here's Jameis Winston wearing a number 6 jersey with a pig. I believe I told Caden the pig one was fake, but that's okay that it's in there. And it looks like he's, I don't know, there's someone stalking him in the background. It looks like someone with like an odd head, like an onion or something. I don't know. And then there's Norman Reedus. What's that? Behind Jameis Winston, over to...
It's Deshaun Watson.
It looks like it's Deshaun Watson. Like, can I play? Norman Reedus is taking his tree down. He's got some sort of beverage in his hand. And there's some workers in the background that are in black and white, but he's in color.
Yeah,
his jersey has fringe?
I figured that jersey out, too. It's like a jersey dress.
Is that cuddle up taking? I don't know what that means. I don't know, but that could be, I could see fanatics doing that jersey inadvertently, just shredding the bottoms of jerseys. But anyway, there's your AI magic, ladies and gentlemen. And it is a Monday. We're already halfway through this show. I can't believe it. And it's time for a Monday montage. Drew has put together some moments. How many shows did we do last week? We did do 4, right? We did 4? We did 4. So this is the best of the 4 shows. Is this the first one of the year? First montage of the year, ladies and gentlemen. Here we go. Enjoy Monday montage. All right. Oh, no. The Christmas tree is being taken away, ladies and gentlemen. Are they bringing it in here?
That's some big-time breaking news, actually.
That was kind of sad, actually. It's kind of very sad because it's like the holidays are officially over.
Yeah, well, no, it's always a holiday when Punchlines is on.
So I made Ohio State a small favorite, so...
You've been on Ohio State all year. That's been your team. You had them number 1 in your power rankings.
Yeah, you thought I was nuts.
It's a question for me. Andy, who will win the college football championship this year? And do I care? Let me just go ahead and take the last part first.
I care?
No.
He went to a hospital to greet newborns and moms. Now, if you just went through an intense labor and you have a newborn baby, what's the last thing you want walking in? Oh, I don't know, a giant Pop-Tart. And then the giant Pop-Tart comes over and kisses the baby. Isn't that really germy? Wouldn't that be bad, Anne? Wouldn't that be a bad idea to let a foam Pop-Tart kiss your newborn? As everyone behind the glass has sneezed and coughed in the Best Buy. There's a cold going on here. What is the gambling line on Philly-Dallas right now, by the way?
Philly and Dallas are not playing each other.
Philly and the Giants, I mean. Sorry. For my pick of the day, we have the pick I had. Oh, yeah, Baylor. Baylor game has already started. Shoot.
Oh, LSU just scored.
And LSU just scored.
Let's jump in now.
Oh, I have to tell it now.
Would you want to think about it? Is Tua going to play on Sunday? We don't know.
Somebody said something in a press conference that he does not need surgery, but it was kind of weird because nobody asked if he needed surgery.
He said, oh my God, I've missed some shows, but he'll probably go back and watch them. You look puzzled by this.
Move along.
So for pick 6 with Andy on Thursday, you guys should juggle. You each get 3.
Oh, and juggle them. All right, Andy, warm up the balls.
Thank you for having me on your first show of 2025.
That's right.
I'll see you in 2026.
So now this guy, ball boy, I mean, look, he's trying to catch, he can't get it. So what do you do when you're in Florida and you need someone to wrangle a duck? You bring in a guy that looks exactly like you would think in Florida. Yeah. So they bring find a guy with a mullet, who knows how to sweet talk a duck. I'm going to go with Mark Price. Now, I know what Your Honor, I know what he's thinking already on this.
You don't know what I'm thinking.
I think I know who Your Honor.
Put words in my mouth. Or
I
thoughts
know.
in my brain.
I will write
Believe
it down.
Me, the last guy one putting thoughts in my brain might be Frank Nicotero.
One last one. We need someone really good.
Oh, no.
C.J. Stroud is the best quarterback. According to us, ladies and gentlemen.
Dumbest guys in the history of coaching. Dumb. Takes them an hour and a half to watch 60 minutes. They couldn't spell like
God.
They are dumb. They are just two dumb guys.
Wait, have we gotten a pick yet? Another excellent job. Thank you, Drew Dog. A lot of fun. And it's National Take Down the Christmas Tree, and we saw the Christmas tree being taken down. Okay, Joey B went to the Arizona Bowl. Joey B, State Farm Stadium in Glendale, Arizona. $15 for a Michelob Ultra Tall Boy, $17.50 for cocktails. Fiesta Bowl made money. 80% Boise fans, by the way. And Joey B, Keith Lyle mentioned the PGA Tour wrong ball debacle in Kapalua on Maui. No, he didn't. They hit the wrong ball. Cam Davis and Will Zalatoris hit the wrong ball. Cost a total of $362,000 in final standings with penalty. Wow, I did not know about that.
Either.
We will find that, and Alex and I could watch that clip tomorrow. We'll find it. Thank you for the heads up. Anyway, thank you all for being in there. We always appreciate it. And it's time for the punch ball. Let's bring the punch ball out. It's already here. Look at that. We've already brought it up. I like the fact when Drew Dog was directing the show on Friday and we needed a moment of calmness, he played that music. And I feel like it brought everybody to a nice, soothing spa. It is time for the first punch ball. Alex, what do you have?
Number 4.
Number 4. Punch ball number 4.
Perfect.
And this is the one. Okay, this is kind of a nice thing, right? We don't have a question yet on this one. Oh yeah, we do, right? Let's show the clip first. Derrick Rose. If you remember, Derrick Rose was an unbelievable college player, as a number 1 overall pick. And by the Chicago Bulls, his hometown, won the MVP at 22, youngest MVP winner ever. Well, career was cut short from injuries, and Chicago Bulls let him know that they're going to retire his jersey, and here's the moment he found out. So, can we crank that up, please? That's all right.
But I'm telling you right now.
Good, you got to the good part.
When we retire your number in that Raptors, it's going to be.
Oh, man.
So.
Wow. This guy could have been one of the best ever without the injuries, but D-Rose going to go in his hometown. They're going to raise his number 1.
So I'm just telling you, nobody's wearing that number 1 jersey again unless PJ is a Bull.
All right, so PJ's his son. Jersey, right? So and he's saying, we'd let your son wear it if somehow the Bulls would get that. But anyway, the Bulls are playing tonight, and we'll talk about that in picks in about 15 seconds. Well, why don't we just do it now? Picks at 12:36. How about, because by the time the music ends, were you surprised we were already there?
Yes.
Alex just went, oh. You almost said a Matt Neverett gasp. Oh. Matt Neverett, speaking of, will be here on Thursday. Is that right? We have Matt Neverett on Thursday. He's shifting back to Thursdays. Jeff Parles on Friday. Will I gloat a little? Sure. Wednesday. Wednesday's going to be a surprise show. What does that mean, Ann?
Anyone want to be on the show on Thursday?
Means we don't know who we got yet. But it'll be a special show. I'm working on a few things. Oh, I know what I'll do. What are we doing? Picks. That's right. Picks at 12. I'm going to start, Alex, since I was riffing about the Bulls.
Yes.
My pick for the night, I will go first, which I never do. I usually always allow you to go first. I will take the Chicago Bulls at home, getting some points tonight against Wemby and the San Antonio Spurs. It's a special night because Derrick Rose just found out, so I like the Bulls at home. They're playing tonight. +3 at home. Alex, let's go to a pro and see what she thinks on
Zach LaVine, big night. But
Zach LaVine, I'll take that.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm going to go. I have 1 hockey and I have 1 college basketball. So
Love
I'll
it.
start with hockey. Washington Capitals tonight. Ovechkin's still chasing this record.
Yeah, I know. I look, he's plays for the Capitals. This is the team. You grow up, and I'm not a massive hockey fan, but I know that I have to hate the Flyers and I have to hate Alex Ovechkin. So
funny. I'm supposed to hate the Capitals too.
Why? Because who's your team? Oh, the Knights.
Yes.
But they're not in the same conference as them, though.
But that's the first year that they made it to the Stanley Cup.
They lost to the Caps. All right, I apologize. Sorry to you and Vince. Yes. All right, continue, Alex. I apologize.
So I'm taking the Caps tonight.
So I'm supposed to hate them, but I like them tonight.
-150. I made them about $2 favorite over Buffalo. Sabres, still young, still trying to figure things out, but the Capitals are on a mission right now. Second play.
Okay.
It's an under. I'm sorry, but we are going TCU
You have
and
to
Houston.
apologize for an under.
Under 128.5.
I'm sorry.
If you've been following college basketball for a few years now, you know Kelvin Sampson's teams are always the best defensive teams in the country. He has the number one again this year with Houston, and they are also either the slowest or tied with Virginia right now. They're
Virginia's always the slowest team. They will always play slow.
They are always number one. So it goes Houston, Wagner, Virginia, Drake. Drake actually has them beat right now, too.
Okay.
But we're going under because TCU is a better defense than offense as well.
And I can tell you, I'm going to blow everyone's mind the fact that I know the head coach of TCU, I believe is Jamie Dixon, former Pitt Panthers coach, who played in the Big East. And his whole thing, he preached more than anything was defense. So I will agree with you because I know that Jamie Dixon's teams always play well. Please tell me Jamie Dixon is still the head coach at TCU. Yeah! Whoa, look at that. Look at me pulling that one out. Jeff Parles would be proud. Reno Paul is available on Thursday. Reno Paul, we would love a video from you, one of your patented videos. So give us a pick, Paul. You'll be part of the show on Thursday. Give us an NFL preview. You could do anything over the weekend. So, Paul, get to work. And change your name back to Reno Paul. Why are you Paul Shug? Okay, so there are your picks at 12:36, ladies and gentlemen. Good luck tonight with that. Don't forget, in about less than 20 minutes, we'll have Kenny White's Dog of the Day.
Yes.
All right, go for it. Pick another.
Okay.
Out of the punch bowl number one. Number one. Aha. Okay. I'm gonna show you the video first.
Okay.
This so far, what's that? Number one. I laughed at this. I watched this clip 4 times. Now, as you know, in the NFL, there's always like what they call rookie dinner, where the rookies have to take the team out. I don't know if you saw this clip. Have you seen it? Okay, good. So, I'll give you a little trivia quiz. I'll give you a little quiz then.
Okay.
Seattle Seahawks rookie defensive tackle Byron Murphy, who was their number one pick. He signed a 4-year deal for $16 million. He got an $8.5 million signing bonus. So they always make the first round picks have to buy a team dinner. So they showed him a fake check, which was not the actual amount, but they showed him a check for how much do you want to think they showed him a check for?
I think I did see this then.
$155,000. That wasn't the actual total. Roll the clip. Here we go. So everyone's laughing at him. Okay. So now they show him the check. All right, turn it up a little, please. Okay. So here's where they show it to him. That's him. And he sees $155,000. So it was a prank. The actual total was $38,000, which still, I mean, it's like, it was just $38,000. That already included gratuity, so don't lose your. But anyway, my question for you, based on the Seahawks, who were in first place, had a shot at the playoffs, but kind of tailed off. What team in the NFL that missed the playoffs was the biggest surprise to you, and why?
That's an easy one for me, and it was the Dallas Cowboys.
Wow, okay.
Because I did take Dak Prescott in almost every fantasy league I had. He just fell right there at like 5 or 6, and I was like, perfect. They score a lot. Right. They can't lose at home. Quite frankly, the opposite happened this year. And I know they don't usually make it far in the playoffs, but they've been a shoo-in to get to the playoffs. Yeah. So.
Yeah, they what a disappointing year for the Dallas Cowboys. They beat the Steelers on a 4th down play on the last play of the game in Pittsburgh. I still don't know how we lost to Dallas, but yeah, every year they don't make the playoffs. It's humorous to me, but also I've said this before on the show. When the Dallas Cowboys are good, when the Las Vegas Raiders, when the Raiders, Cowboys, when these old school teams are good, I feel like it's better for football because it gets more fan interest because you have so many Cowboy fans, so many Raider fans. Dolphins are another team. These teams from the 70s that everyone started watching because they only had 2 networks showing football. It's better when they're good. So I like when the Cowboys are good and then lose in the playoffs, but that is a shock.
Did you think I was going to say the Dolphins?
I thought you were maybe going to go with the Bengals because of your, all the stats we showed. I am surprised the Bengals, who I think every year are a sexy pick to go because they did go to the Super Bowl with Burrow early on. No?
I've never been on. Well, hello. I'm like.
Hello.
I have the Ravens over here.
Oh, I was surprised the Bengals.
I've never been like from the start of the year. I always questioned if the Bengals, and I was kind of surprised when they actually did get there. So,
okay.
Yeah.
All right. But they will be sitting at home, and I love it. Okay, next one, Alex. Go
only
pick.
2 from your division, which I guess that is a surprise too.
Only 2 what?
2 teams from your division.
Yeah.
Which we thought there'd definitely be 3.
Right. Usually there was last year, I believe. Excuse me.
Yes.
The Browns are browning. That's
okay.
them.
Number 6.
Number 6. What do we have on number 6 here?
Were the Browns the biggest disappointment?
All right. Were they the biggest disappointment? Or is there another team? Or does the Cowboys, is that the answer to both of these?
It's the Jaguars.
Oh, wow. Okay. Yeah. Trevor Lawrence, I thought, okay, he's healthy. They got some, yeah. And they had good young receivers.
Yes.
Is it Brian Thomas Jr.? Is that his name? Or some? He, phenomenal. That guy's going to be a stud. And then they had Calvin Ridley as well. Or, yeah. Yeah, they are just, and with the head coach from the Super Bowl, who's won a Super Bowl.
Yeah. And they just lost it in week 18 last year, right? And got kicked out of the playoffs.
Yeah, that's right.
So they were supposed to be
which helped the Steelers, I believe. Yeah.
Yeah, same area, but I think so. I think that's the biggest disappointment. The Browns, I don't know if we had that high of expectations.
Yeah, I probably didn't either. I agree with you. Doug Peterson, again, now this is a guy that's again available. I still think he's a good coach in the right situation. You win a Super Bowl, I think that's on your resume. You're going to get interviews and looks.
I think so too.
Is he a Bears coach? I don't know. I mean, I don't know. I don't know what the Bears are going to do, but they need a new coach. I don't know who my biggest disappointment. What's that?
Could he coach the Raiders?
I think the Raiders might be I'm not going to say they're the biggest disappointment. Ryan and I went to see their free playoff or free practice, and they were horrible.
You said that.
Oh my God, they were dropping punts. They were O'Connell was missing receivers. Minshew was missing. Just in just a practice where everyone got in for free to watch at the stadium over here. They looked bad.
Yeah.
They looked bad. Yeah, exactly. Do we have a clip for that one? I can't remember.
About the Browns?
Oh, yeah, we want to see this one. All right, roll this clip.
500,000 right here.
Okay.
$1,000 chips. It's NFL on a Saturday, and we're about to go fire.
This guy hates money, as Keith Lyle said. He put $200,000 on the Browns. Yeah. Well, listen, this is why. $200,000, and this is his reasoning.
You saw that.
They wouldn't take 5.
They only gave me to win 200. I'll take it. Listen, at the end of the day, no NFL team should ever be getting 20 points on a game. I can be the goddamn quarterback and cover 20 points spread. It's free money. I'll see you guys at the window.
No, you won't see us at the window, actually, because that bet did not pay off. He wanted to bet $500,000. They wouldn't take it.
Oh, my God.
By the way, if you ever want to do that again, come on down and see Chris Andrews here at the South Point. I don't know if he'll take that big of a bet, but anytime it's Cleveland that you think are going to cover 20. Did you think they would cover 20 points?
No.
I didn't either. I mean, they're that bad. They put DTR. Once they pulled Zappy early, they put DTR. I'm like, they're not going to do that for the whole game. Went back to Zappy. Then when it got to 21-10, I'm like, oh, they're covering, right? So I decide I'm going to give the dogs a bath. So I go in. It's a nightmare. Give the dogs a bath. I come out in 15 minutes, 35-10. Yeah. And they cover. So that guy lost $200,000. Why? Look, I don't know. I'm not an analyst and as expert in the football field as you. Never bet that much money on a really bad team.
Exactly. That's actually the best advice that you should give him.
They wanted. He wanted to bet $500,000.
Gosh.
Oh, my goodness. All right, ladies and gentlemen, pick another one out of the punch bowl, Alex. We're on fire right now, ladies and gentlemen.
Okay, this is number 5.
Number 5. All right, so you've been a big believer in Ohio State all year. Who do you like? Well, before we get there, I apologize. Let's look at an insane. Okay, here it is. This is a parlay some guy has. I don't know if you've seen this.
I have not.
85 cents, this guy bet. I'm going to have to turn. 85-cent parlay could pay $147,000. Now, this person had a bunch of long shots. You can see that UConn winning the national champs. He had a bunch of long shot bets, right?
These are always so crazy to me.
This is the last one. Now, the cash out option is what? $13,000. The last leg to win $147,000 is Ohio State to win the college football playoff. For 85 cents, he could turn it into $147,000, he or she. So Ohio State, who you've been on all year, even after they had lost to Oregon, you still had them ranked higher, which you were right. I mean, look at them right now. Everyone's like, they could beat some pro teams. They might be able to beat the cross-state Cleveland Browns. I don't know. So let's take a look. I think we have the Final Four. We can talk about the Final Four in the college football playoff. Ohio State's got to be who you're thinking, right? Here it is. Here's the bracket. Yeah, go ahead, throw that up.
I am thinking Ohio State. I'm leaning towards Penn State, actually, in that Penn State-Notre Dame matchup.
Wow.
Definitely want to take the points there with them.
What is the live line on those games? Do we have it?
2.5, I believe.
Notre Dame's favored by 2.5? Okay, yes. And then Ohio State's favored by?
Ohio State's favored by 6 right now.
That's what I thought. I thought it was around 6.
I do think that's a little high, but it also worries me just how they came out those first 2 games against Oregon and Tennessee.
Yeah, I don't know who has the $2 bets. Who has Notre Dame, Texas, and Ohio State? Do we know? And off memory, you and Drew Dog gave everyone a $2 ticket.
Well, you have Penn State.
I have Penn State, which. Oh, he has Ohio State. Because right, okay, that's right. So he's looking good. Sean has Texas. Nobody has nobody has Notre Dame. Run to the window right now, Notre Dame. Texas getting 6. I would take Ohio State. I mean, seeing an 8 seed next to their name is so ridiculous, by the way. But yeah, these games are going to be good. So looking forward to it. By the way, this week of football, this is outstanding. Saturday, unbelievable week of football. So make sure you come down to the South Point to watch your games or get your bets in. All right, we have a few more in the punch bowl.
Okay.
Take a sip of tea.
We have number 3.
Thank you to Jimmy Vaccaro and Vinny and Chris for giving us a gift card to the Starbucks, which is located right here when you walk into the South Point, open 24/7. So what is it?
So this is kind of like we did with NFL.
Yeah.
We were going through the nicknames.
Yeah. Oh, yes.
So
okay.
you did this with the NBA.
I did. What number is this, by the way?
Number 3.
Number 3. All right. So I asked Alex, the question to Alex is, if you could have an NBA team nickname, let me specify. What would you want? Would you want a Laker? No, you wouldn't. Would you want a Bull? What would you want? Am I explaining this good at all? And well,
yeah.
Like a Nick. Do you want a Nick? Do you want a net? I mean, think about the dumb ones. Do you want a net? No. Do you want please, someone, the Heat, someone bail me out. Who do you have? If you could this is a disaster.
I would like a raptor, please.
A raptor!
Right.
Yes, a raptor is good. So it's like, oh, what would you want if it was a real thing? There you go. You would want a dinosaur.
Yes, absolutely.
She's like, isn't it obvious? But you can't train. It would be wild and would hurt people.
Raptors are pretty small, right?
They are the little rat. Yeah,
T-Rex,
compared to a T-Rex. Okay, so I thought about this one. I thought the Kings would be good, but no. I'm taking the Washington Wizards. I would want a wizard because he could give you everything. A wizard would, right? Ann? A wizard? One of my dumber punch bowls. We had a clip for that, so here we go. It's back to the Bulls. I don't know if you want a bowl, but it was someone. Here we go. We showed that guy who got the awful tattoo of Michael Jordan. We have one more Michael Jordan thing. Here we go. This guy pulls a Michael Jordan rookie card, and he loses his mind. Now, by the way, a lot of people in the comments are saying if you got a Clark Kellogg card, usually a Jordan was in the same pack, so there was foreshadowing. So here we go. He goes through the few cards. He's wearing a Jordan jersey. No, that is not a tattoo. That is gross. I know, that full butt. So here we go. Obviously, he's a super fan, but he has a Celtics banner.
Great New York Knicks guy, Bernard King.
Okay, Bernard King was one of my favorite players as a kid.
Albert King. Herb Williams, Herbie Hancock. Clark.
Okay. Watch his reaction.
Kellogg's actually a great company that makes cereal. Gus Williams. Ah! No! Ah! Are you kidding me? Holy shit. Oh. Okay, we did it. We got it. We have a Michael Jordan.
Now, PSA on that, if it's a 10, is over $400,000. I think he spit on it a little bit. I think it was, and that just took it down to a PS4 and cost you about $200,000. But his reaction was genuine, and just everyone in the comments were saying like, "Oh, the rumor is if you get a Clark Kellogg, that the Jordan was always in the same pack. That's how they were cut or something." But anyway, congratulations to him. So there you go.
You said everyone in the comments. I thought you meant.
Oh, not our comments. No, the comments on the clip. I like to read the comments on the clip because it gives me a little background. So. Hey, Eve Natola is back. Hello.
Does anybody else have an NBA that
definitely wouldn't want some Utah Jazz? Very funny. And Reno Paul has changed his name back to Reno Paul. Thank you, Paul. All right. We have one more in there?
Last one.
Last one. What number is this?
Probably number 2. I think
number
that's
2.
the only one we have not done. No.
It's a multiple choice.
Number 7.
What's number 7?
I didn't get a number 2.
All right, let's do number 2. Number 2, ladies and gentlemen, greatest cake of all time alert. A bakery in Michigan made a life-size cake. It's a multiple choice question for you. In Michigan. Those. A, did they make a Jared Goff cardboard cutout replica cake? A Amon-Ra St. Brown's headstand celebration cake? Or Dan Campbell a Superman cake?
Jeez.
One of those cakes were made by this person.
I mean, they're all good answers.
What do you think? Goff, St. Brown, or Campbell?
Goff.
Roll it or show it. Here we go. It's an Amon-Ra St. Brown upside down celebration.
When you said that about the celebration, I thought
it was in the thumbnail at the beginning. I didn't know if you didn't see it, so we teased. But anyway, look at this cake she made. Unbelievable. Life-size cake. I don't know what someone paid for it, who ordered it, but they're football crazy in Detroit right now, and good for them because the Lions deserve it. And then what was Punch Bowl 7? Did we have one more?
Punch Bowl 7. It was about hockey.
It was about hockey. Oh, this is a cute clip. Roll the clip first. Here we go. So this guy who's a Swiss player, it's coming. Here we go. LA Kings Kevin Fiala. This little girl had a sign and said, hey, I have some Swiss chocolate. Give me 2 pucks. I'll give you some Swiss chocolate. Now, this is adorable because A, the music is very sweet. B, the little girl brings him chocolate. But C, watch how he skates away with the chocolate. Here we go. Watch how happy he is to skate away with this chocolate. I don't think he's a very intimidating player for the rest of the... Look. Yay! He's like smiling, holding his chocolate bars. I have Swiss chocolate. Anyway, very cute clip. And in hockey tonight, you had a bet. You had...
I do, yep. I like the Washington Capitals, minus 150. Put a little bit on the puck line as well, minus 1.5. And then I like the under in the Devils in the Kraken game, too.
Okay. So, ladies and gentlemen, remember to come down. You got your exacta sheet here at the South Point. This is the NFL Championship exact outcome. Game is February 9th, so that's a month and 3 days away. I can't believe it. All right, we're going to do helmets really quick. We have all the playoff teams. Time for Pick 6, ladies and gentlemen. Here we go.
I can't believe it was almost a year ago we were watching at booth 23.
We were at booth 23, where perhaps if we're not in New Orleans, we'll see. Like we're flying the crew to New Orleans.
Like,
I don't know if Ann told you or not. That's when they're going to put the new desk in. When's the new desk coming? 2 weeks. Are we serious about this? I swear someday we're going to get a new desk. All right, we're rating defenses.
You should just do it by yourself. I'm bringing you down.
No, you're never. All right, NFL teams that have made the playoffs, we're going to rank their defenses. Detroit Lions. Okay. Now, here's one I would put towards the back end, but after last night and slamming Sam Darnold and the Vikings offense, who didn't score a touchdown, right? Yeah. And Aaron Glenn is obviously going to be a hot coaching prospect, and Ben Johnson. Ben Johnson would be a good Steeler. I'm going to put them, I can't put them up top. What do you think? I'm going to go 3.
I think 3 is good.
Oh, good. We're in cahoots here. All right, next one. Ooh, the Chargers. Boy, don't they least points? Go ahead. Give me a stat. I see.
They are number
the Alex
one
finger.
in points.
This
They're
always means Alex has a point.
Points allowed.
All right, so what do you think? 1 or 2?
I think they actually are the first team to hold teams to under 20. Yeah, the most amount of times in one season or something.
Okay, that's hard. Do you want
1 or 2?
1 or 2? Let's go 2.
Okay.
Just to make it hard on us. All right, I'm going to pick a third.
Always waiting for
Houston Texans. Why is this the bane of my existence? Stephon Diggs,
they're not that bad defensively.
You want to go 4 or 5 or 6? 5?
Not 6.
5.
Yeah.
Going 5. All right, I'm giving you 3. You're doing it.
Oh, gosh.
You're doing it.
Here we go.
All right, we got 1, 4, and 6. The Vikings. A good defense. But after last night, they got shredded. Do we have to bump them to 4? Or you can't make them number 1, can you? Maybe?
Who are you waiting for at number 1?
I don't know. Brian Flores, who head coach Dolphins, they fired him, gave him the shaft for sure. Tomlin hired him for defense last year. And then, of course, knowing he'd probably get a head coaching job, he went to the Vikings instead. He will get a head coaching job probably this year. Do you want to go number 1?
I think so.
Let's go 1. Let's play it.
You feel...
Yeah, let's do it. I feel confident.
Going into the playoffs, making the Vikings.
All right, 2 more teams to pick. This will be our 4th and 6th defense.
Green Bay.
Green Bay. What do you think? 4 or 6? By the way, let's push that Kleenex.
Sorry, I always do.
No, that's fine. What do you think? 4 or 6?
They're not terrible.
Put them 4.
I think so.
I swear to God, if the Steelers are picked and we have to put them 6, I'm going to die. Here we go. Last one. This is the 6th ranked defense. Did we get lucky? Steelers. How did that happen? It's not rigged. Oh, come on. They are not the 6th.
No. Number 1 and number
Making it
6.
first. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it is time for Kenny White's Dog of the Day. Here we go. Kenny White's Dog of the Day.
Oh, this would have been perfect.
Oh, the Bills? Where would you put the Bills last?
Yes.
You can move the Steelers. Ah, jeez. They're the most expensive defense in the league. Doesn't mean they're number one. FCS championship. North Dakota State plus 3.5 tonight versus Montana State. So if you want some football action, it's there tonight. And I always enjoy watching that game. Do they usually? I don't remember that ever being on like a Monday. Is it?
I don't know.
I always felt like that was a Saturday game or something.
I think they got smart because they're standalone tonight.
It's the only game. Everyone's going to want some action on that. So Kenny White says take. What was it again? Sorry. North Dakota State. Okay, go. That's where Trey Lance played, I believe. Or was he South Dakota? Hey, Siri, what college did Trey Lance play at? I'm going to take a sec.
Actually, I think Christian Watson played at one of them, too.
Trey Lance was North Dakota State.
Wow.
And he played like 2 games, and he got drafted number 3 overall.
So was Christian Watson.
There you go. We know that they breed pros, so go for it. And ladies and gentlemen, here's our dog of the day. What do we got today? Oh, okay, this dog thinks he's a cat. That's a pit bull, by the way. Look at it just hop up on the fridge.
Oh, my God.
Grab it. Look at Jerry's face, by the way.
We got him from a pet rescue shelter. They just kind of told us that he was good with cats.
So he was good with, so he must have spent a lot of time with cats. Look at him.
Acting like a cat.
Super. That's the best shot. And there's a cat with him. Look.
The cats get up on the
Look at him.
once we saw them doing that.
You can't use too much of a slippery cleaner on those marble tops. Look at him or her. Or she said he.
He likes to play with the cat toys.
He likes the cat toys? I mean, I love this clip so much.
It is hilarious.
Feels like he's a part of the group.
It's a very lush grass.
Yes.
And then I'll just be up here waiting for some meow mix.
I actually saw him jump up onto the fridge. I didn't realize in my mind that dogs can just gracefully jump like that.
Unbelievable. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching the program. Remember, come down, do your NFL championship exact outcomes. Tomorrow we'll be back. Alex, you're back tomorrow.
I am back here tomorrow.
She's back here tomorrow. So listen, have fun. We appreciate you guys watching the show. Aaron O'Connor, great show as always. Have a great week, all. Thank you very much. We shall. We'll see you tomorrow, ladies and gentlemen. Punchlines. Line stands for live in Nevada every damn show.